Should you buy the Sony A6000 today? Most people on YouTube will tell you no. They say it's outdated, old, and completely replaced by newer cameras. But before you believe that, take a look at these photos. Every single one of these was taken with the Sony A6000 using the kit lenses, the 16-50 and the 55-210. So if this camera can still produce photos like that, what exactly is wrong with it? The real question. Truth is, a lot of people online say you need the newest camera to take great pictures. But here's the real question. How much better are the newer cameras? And how much more do they cost? The Sony A6400 currently costs more than twice as much as the A6000. But it's not twice as good. And depending on what you want to shoot, the A6000 might actually be perfect. Why the A6000 is still good? Let's start with the positives. First, price. You can usually find the Sony A6000 used for around $300 to $400. That makes it one of the cheapest ways to get into mirrorless photography. That's pretty cool. Next, image quality. The camera has 24 megapixels, which is still more than enough for posting on social media, printing photos, and even framing pictures on your wall. So, excellent image quality. Then there's autofocus. The A6000 has 179 autofocus points with Sony's hybrid autofocus system. In real-world use, it's fast. I've taken thousands of photos with this camera and rarely miss a shot. It also shoots 11 frames per second, which is still pretty impressive for a camera at this price. It is great for things like wildlife, sports, kids running around, or just capturing the perfect moment. And finally, size and weight. The Sony A6000 is small, lightweight, and easy to carry, which makes it a great travel camera and great for learning photography. The downsides. Now, it's not perfect. There are some downsides, mostly with video recording because of the age of the camera. First, no 4K video. The Sony A6000 only records in 1080p. So if you're focused on high-end video, this probably isn't the camera for you. Second, there's no in-body stabilization. So if your lens doesn't have optical steady shot, handheld shots can be a little shaky. Luckily, many Sony lenses do include stabilization, which helps. Another limitation is no microphone input. So if you want to use an external mic, you'll need something like a Sony hot shoe microphone instead. One small thing, the eye autofocus works, but unlike newer Sony cameras where it activates automatically, on the Sony A6000 you have to assign it to a button and hold it down. Not a huge deal, just a little less convenient. But here's the thing, even with those limitations, I still use this camera. I still take great photos with it. I've even done modeling photo shoots and shot landscapes with the Sony A6000, and the results are still fantastic. The final verdict. So, should you buy a Sony A6000? If you're focused on photography and don't mind recording in 1080p and want a great camera on a budget, then yes, the Sony A6000 is still a solid camera today. And it's a great reminder that you don't need the newest camera to take great photos. To know the 7 camera settings I always change, then click this video.